Seeing the huge fireball heading towards them, the soldiers could only run away in fear. They thought that the town would be destroyed by this attack. The blonde girl asked the soldiers not to panic. She asked them to let her handle the dragon. At this time, she slammed her sword to the ground. Disaster struck quickly. The entire sky of the town was covered by vicious dragons. Their number was uncountable. Those who were accustomed to bullying the weak, like 𝗧𝗴𝗀𝗵𝗁 and lower, were terrified when they saw the number of these fearsome creatures. Unable to escape, they could only stand there and watch what was happening. The only calm person now was the blonde knight and the soldiers who were trying to defend. After using a crossbow to kill a dragon, the knight looked at the soldiers. She asked them if they understood how to use the dragon-slaying crossbow. Use it and destroy those dragons. They had great faith in the power of the knight from the capital, believing that she would help them win. They quickly put arrows into the large crossbows and aimed at the dragons to attack. Quickly, many arrows were shot and a few dragons were killed, but it seemed that these losses meant nothing compared to the immense number of dragons. The human attack was effective, but it only made the dragons more frenzied, and they realized their chances of winning were slim. Right now, the sky was covered by dragons. The ground was becoming dark. They realized something was coming immediately. The roar of the dragons made the soldiers' ears hurt so much that they had to kneel on the ground quickly. Lear and 𝗧𝗴𝗀 realized that what was coming was the dragon mother, the leader of these dragons. Appearing in the sky of the town, the dragon mother's size was many times larger than the other dragons. It frightened the soldiers. They tried to use crossbows to attack the dragon, but they knew that with the dragon mother's huge size, these arrows could not pierce its scales. The dragon mother looked at the people on the wall with angry eyes because these tiny creatures had dared to kill her children. The dragon roared, then gathered a fireball. This was its dragon fire skill. After preparing, the dragon used its skill to attack the wall. Seeing the huge fireball heading towards them, the soldiers could only run away in fear. They thought that the town would be destroyed by this attack. The blonde girl asked the soldiers not to panic. She asked them to let her handle the dragon. At this time, she slammed her sword to the ground. From there, a blue magic circle appeared, then slowly spread around. That magic circle quickly created a protective barrier around the town. This barrier was so strong that it blocked the dragon mother's attack and trapped the dragon outside. Standing far enough away, 𝗏𝗡𝗵 could see the whole battle. He was surprised that the villagers could actually withstand the attack of a powerful monster like the dragon mother. Perhaps the good thing for 𝗏𝗡 at the moment was that the dragon mother was not injured and it could continue the fight. 𝗏𝗡𝗵 quickly used his skills to observe the power information of the dragon. This was a monster named Dragon Mother, level 79, race Ancient Dragon, with the title Dragon Island King, HP 4100, Strength 510, Defense 580, Skills Dragon Fire, Long Transformation, Dragon Roar, Ancient Call, with overall power 2900. This was the strongest monster that 𝗏𝗡 had ever seen. When observing the power information of the blonde woman, 𝗏𝗡 became more worried because she seemed more like a monster than a dragon. Her name was 𝗧𝗴𝗀𝗍, level 80, with the profession Sword Master, title Holy Sword, Strongest Swordsman. Dragon Slaying Hero, Top Human Heavenly Swordsman, HP 1700, Strength 690, Defense 700, Skills Sword Chi, Man and Sword Fusion, Iron Wind, Light Tin Wei, 2 km Cho, and Sin, and many other skills, and she had an overall power of 4000. Seeing 𝗧𝗴𝗀 charging towards the dragon mother to attack, 𝗏𝗡𝗵 felt frightened. He realized that her power was too abnormal and felt happy that the one facing her was not him. Otherwise, he would be in trouble. The battle of 𝗧𝗴𝗀 and the dragon mother was terrifying, but it seemed that the dragon mother was a little weaker than 𝗧𝗴𝗀. But with a large amount of blood, he believed that the dragon mother could help him by some time. Seeing the dragon mother and 𝗧𝗴𝗀 had moved far away from the town, 𝗏𝗡𝗵 thought that this was a good opportunity for him to attack. This was a chance for him to take revenge. He ordered his goblins, telling them to act according to the plan. They would enter the city and be divided into two teams. One team was responsible for causing chaos. The other team would hide and wait for a chance to attack. The goblins, with their extremely scary, greedy eyes, obeyed Lamp's orders and entered the town. The town was in chaos. Fires raged everywhere, and dragons still circled the sky, searching for prey to attack. Lower was wounded after trying to kill a few dragons. He felt they were difficult to deal with, but they were just monsters after all. How could they defeat a brave man like him? His confidence was shattered, however, when the townspeople started screaming, announcing that goblins were attacking the town. The soldiers couldn't believe it. They thought the goblins weren't stupid enough to attack a human town. Goblins were just weak creatures in their eyes, but they were currently fighting dragons, and they didn't have time to deal with goblins. Then a woman's scream quickly erased any doubt. She was running in terror, a horde of goblins at her heels. The sight of the disgusting goblins enraged Lower. He ordered the others to keep the dragons occupied, since there weren't many left. He and 𝗧𝗏𝗀 would go deal with the invading goblins. This was exactly what 𝗏𝗏𝗍 wanted. It seemed while chasing after the goblins, Lair and 𝗏𝗏𝗍 stumbled into an ambush 𝗏𝗏 had set up. With the prey trapped, a goblin ordered his comrades to attack. 𝗏𝗏𝗀 was quickly captured by a net and cried out to Loder in fear, but he couldn't help her. He was lying on the ground, riddled with arrows, surrounded by goblins. He wondered how there could be so many. The other soldiers saw this and immediately ran towards Loder to help, but it seemed they couldn't get any closer, surrounded by goblins. What was even more frightening was that 𝗏𝗏𝗍 had appeared behind two of the soldiers, drawn by the other goblins who hadn't noticed him. It was too late when Lair warned them to be careful. Behind them, the two soldiers were quickly killed by 𝗏𝗏𝗍. Seeing this, Lair and 𝗏𝗏𝗀 were terrified. More terrified than when they had seen the dragons because they knew there was no one left to save them. 𝗏𝗏𝗍 now approached Lair and 𝗏𝗏𝗀, expressing surprise that he could capture them so easily. Lower roared in anger, saying he would kill 𝗏𝗏𝗍 and all the goblins. But 𝗏𝗏𝗍 quickly used a kick to remind Lower of his position. He was prey, and 𝗏𝗏𝗍 was the hunter. 𝗏𝗏𝗍 ordered the goblins to take Lair and 𝗍𝗏𝗀 out of the town through the sewer, while the other goblins followed him to the wall to kill the other soldiers. 𝗏𝗏𝗍's plan was carried out quickly. The town was filled with screams of people being attacked by goblins. This drew 𝗖𝗍𝗽𝗆's attention, and she couldn't understand what was happening. Why would goblins dare to attack at this time? But 𝗖𝗍𝗽𝗆's distraction came at a cost. The dragon mother had transformed her dragon body into a seductive and terrifying girl, who told 𝗖𝗍𝗽 she should focus, and she didn't have time to worry about others.